Hey everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos. I'm going to start this project off with these two palettes from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to give them both a coat of antique white. And then once those were all painted, I'm going to take this little funnel that I had, and I am going to cover that with some antique wax. Once those palettes were dry, I'm going to take them and I'm going to hot glue them together vertically. So I'm just going to run some hot glue on either side and then hot glue them together. And that is why I painted the inside, because you can see both the inside and the outside. Next, I'm going to take that napkin and I'm going to cut out the design that I want. And I wanted just the sunflower. I didn't want the happy fall. So I'm going to cut it till I have a big enough piece where I can lay it where I want it. And then I'm going to start to trim it down. And that's about where I want it. So I'm going to cut the excess off. And now I'm going to take some Mod Podge and I'm going to lay that down onto the palette and set my design on that. Once I have enough Mod Podge on, I'll lay my design down, and then I'm going to just use my fingers to kind of rub it on very lightly. And I did this on one ply of the napkin. I pulled the two plies apart. And as you can see at the bottom right there, there's like a little bit of a spot of where there's a piece of the napkin missing from where I cut out the happy fall. So I just cut out another piece of the napkin and I'm going to lay that on there. And it's just a little bit of the design that had like the leaves on it. And I'm going to lay that onto the part that didn't have anything on it. And I'm going to let that dry fully. Then once that's dry, I'm going to take a sanding block and I'm going to sand off the excess on the outside edges. Next, I'm going to take a sharp object and just kind of poke through the centers of the palettes to break the napkin. And then I'm just going to take a nail file and I'm going to file out the excess on the insides. And it works great with a nail file because you can really get inside of the area. But you won't want to do this until the napkin and the Mod Podge is fully dry. Once you have all the excess sanded off, I'm going to do another coat of Mod Podge right over the napkin. Once that was dry, I'm going to take that buffalo check ribbon and I'm going to run a strip along the edge of the napkin, leaving a little bit of the edge left on the end of the palette. So I'm going to kind of overlap it over the napkin and I'm going to put those fall letters along the edge where there's excess on the palette. So this is just going to kind of be a barrier between the napkin and the Scrabble tiles. So as you can see, I just laid it on there, glued it on the top and the bottom. And then I'm going to hot glue my fall letters all the way down the side of the palette. And you can use any color of the Scrabble letters for this. I just chose to use the black and white ones to kind of go with the color of the napkin and the buffalo check. And look how cute that is already. Next, I'm going to glue that little funnel right inside of the top of the palette. And then I'm going to glue some Spanish moss around that. Once I have all the Spanish moss glued down, I'm going to just trim off the excess. So now that that's all on there, I'm going to take a buffalo check bow that I made and I'm going to hot glue that right to the funnel. And you could leave it just like this because the buffalo check bow looks super cute. You could even put the sunflower right in the center of the buffalo check bow and that would look really cute. But I really wanted to add the raffia. And I think there's just something about raffia that just kind of screams fall. So I had made a bow out of the raffia. And I'm just going to hot glue that right on top of that buffalo check bow. And then I'm going to add my little sunflower in the center. And then this project is done. I think this just turned out so super cute. It was really, really easy. And it's kind of different. I've never really seen a pumpkin with a sunflower on it. So I really liked this project and I liked the creativity I got to put behind it. And I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope it inspires you to make one. And as always, don't forget to spread the chaos.